Have you ever wanted a tank game that has no Arty, no RNG, no gold ammo, and no pay to win? Let me present you with Steel Aces. Steel Aces is the upcoming tank shooter and the first ever to be developed by a select enthusiast team from Western Europe. Their goal is very simple: to build a tank game we always wanted, without all the bullshit stemming from predatory monetization like pay to win, gambling mechanics like loot boxes, and flat out player frustration. Real quick before we get into it, Steel Aces has a Kickstarter up right now. You can help support the game's early development and pack it with more content. And if you support them now, you get access to some exclusive tanks that won't be available for a long time. So go and click the link in the description. Now, how does Steel Aces' basic gameplay work? The concept is familiar and simple. You take vehicles into battle to earn upgrades through a progression system and aim to ultimately collect all vehicles, ranging from World War II era all the way to modern day tanks. And even nations that never got the attention they deserved. There is an important emphasis on collector vehicles and novelty vehicles rather than purely premium pay to win items. The aim is to preserve game balance while providing you with unique tanks in the game that aren't overpowered. The game is in its early stages and it's been in active development by a super small team that consists of a couple of guys who have been financing it from their own pockets without any big corporation behind them. And since there's a couple of tank games on the market, let's answer the question what sets Steel Aces apart. First, armor matters. The lack of premium ammo combined with much more accurate guns rewards aiming carefully and knowing weak points rather than swiping your credit card across the screen, and furthermore, there is zero RNG on penetration. The gameplay feels like actually playing a tank with high mass and a punchy gun. You have to think about how to move and where to aim. Positioning matters a lot more. And the best thing is, there is no unwelcome surprises from the sky. There's no Arty, planes or helicopters. And don't worry, Steel Aces is a historically authentic game, and therefore it brings all the iconic fan favorite vehicles and a huge selection of different tanks that aren't talked about enough. Now guys, I'm sure a lot of you have some questions, and here we have the main game developer Bulldog to answer some of those questions for you guys. Why did you build this game?
To be honest, I built this game because I was fed up by the other games and I just wanted to build a different tank game. One that I think a large part of the community has been wanting for a very long time.
Let's talk a little bit about the progression and grind. What can the average player expect from Steel Aces?
So, first of all, the game will be free to play. Of course, we have to make money somehow, and that is going to be done in three aspects. One of them is cosmetics like skins, decals, 3D customization. The second one is collector's vehicles. These are either epic reskins of vehicles that are in the tech tree, or just really unique, maybe quirky tanks like the Talk 2. And most importantly, they are not pay to win. They are not flat out better than normal vehicles. They will be either worse or at the same power level. And third, there will be some form of subscription, we're going to call it Clubhouse, that is specifically tailored for collectors. It gives you ramping bonuses each month to help you with collecting vehicles more easily, getting discounts, unlocking stuff more easily. The Steel Aces progression system is primarily based on historical upgrades and versions of vehicles. For instance, you will upgrade an early Tiger into a late Tiger, and so on. One of the major upgrades are going to be ammo types, because they really change gun performance. The grind will, in general, stick to a certain line between ranks 1 and 10, but for modern vehicles it's unrestricted, so you can switch between different vehicle types from one rank to the next one. We will have a crew system later down the track, but it's going to be streamlined, so you don't have to juggle crew members and barrack slots around. About equipment, I can't give you a definitive answer now. We do have it planned, but that's going to be decided in the future really.
How do you plan to balance realism versus fun? How are you planning to make the gameplay dynamic and not repetitive at the same time?
How we're going to achieve balancing realism versus fun is actually very simple. We will just have different game modes. Some are more designed for arcade, faster paced battles, and others will go all the way to essentially a simulator, especially for the story-driven modes.
And what about Ferrari cars? Are you going to have tanks that are able to do a 180-degree turn at 90 km an hour?
There already are wheeled vehicles in Steel Aces, but they really don't work how you expect them from other games potentially. Wheeled vehicles are still bound by the laws of physics, and some are actually slower than tracked vehicles. Especially maneuvering at high speed or in tight places can be challenging, and on top of that they're usually very fragile, and that's really how they're going to be balanced.
Let's talk player skill versus randomness. And how about competitive modes? What kind of modes do you have planned for the game?
We all know how frustrating it can be to miss shots, especially those easy shots in the side or rear of someone. Getting punished for doing the right thing is infuriating and extremely unfair, and it's really bad for competitive play. Every shot matters in a battle, and it can in fact decide between a win or a lose. This is why Steel Aces has 0 RNG on penetration, very accurate guns, and puts a real emphasis on aiming carefully and knowing weak points. Combined with the fact that there is no premium ammo and there is a trade-off between full caliber and sub-caliber ammunition like AP and APCR, this lays the foundation for competitive modes in esports, which we're absolutely going to have later down the track. It will be more accessible to the average player and will also have smaller formats, so we're probably looking at 5 vs 5 battles on smaller maps.
Another important aspect is class balance. Why is there going to be no artillery? How are you going to fix the camping/halfdan issue that heavy tanks may pose?
So the reason why Steel Aces doesn't have artillery is simply because it's asymmetric and it allows no counterplay. You can only hide or just not play the game, which is really terrible for gameplay. Vehicles have real weak spots in Steel Aces, which means that hull down vehicles aren't a problem. You just have to know where to shoot them, and most of the time you can engage them head on. On top of that, we're going to have an adjusted matchmaking system, which will prevent excessive camping by limiting the amount of sniper vehicles in the game and so on. Steel Aces classifies vehicles actually by their role in the battle, not by the designation like heavy tank or light tank. We are very aware of the downsides that design principles like corridor maps can have. We want to give every vehicle a chance to be useful in a battle. Sure, a city map will always be harder to play for a light tank than a vehicle with a lot of armor, but it should never be impossible or make you feel useless. We have additional mechanics like dynamic time of day or even weather, which can completely shift how a map plays. So sometimes it may be impossible to cross an open area in daytime, but it's absolutely possible to do so at night. We're going to have a full map builder tool for the community later down the track, which will come after release and really empower the community to help us out with map design and come up with their own ideas.
Okay, I've got a very important question about the matchmaker. How does it actually work?
So the core foundation of matchmaking in Steel Aces is a +-1 system, which means equal chances for everyone. You're not going to meet vehicles that are excessively stronger than your tank, while there's still some uphill fight sometimes. We really want to avoid those 3-minute games that are over without you even being able to impact the battle at all. And that's really a concept that starts with vehicle balance and ends with team composition. And we have all of those things in mind, and we want to make it fair for everyone.
Now let's discuss how are you going to handle cheaters. And what about toxicity and team damage? Is it going to be included?
So the good news is Steel Aces is extremely flexible. It's built on a very modern design. It's inherently cheat resistant via the design principle it uses. There are almost no exploits that are possible. Of course, if we detect rigging or harmful exploits later down the track, we will take action, but those are really things we just have to discover as they happen. So far, I think our community is really awesome and it's been extremely positive, and I'm really happy about that. We really want to focus more on encouraging positive behavior than simply punishing breaking rules.
Thank you, Bulldog, for answering my questions. But I have one last question, and I have to be honest with one thing. I really don't like how the physics system works right now in the game. Are there any plans to rehaul it completely?
So, regarding our plans for moving forward, we've gathered tons of information from the playtest. We fixed a lot of bugs already, improved performance, made lots of quality of life changes, all thanks to community helping us out with feedback. But this was mostly faster iteration development between playtests. Now, with the support of our Kickstarter campaign, we're going to implement a whole lot of changes over the winter. We're going to completely rework the game launcher, we're going to overhaul the in-game UI, we'll rework old maps, specifically the Alps map, we'll add more new maps, there will be more vehicles, and a major overhaul for driving physics, which has been our greatest issue overall. We know driving physics can be really infuriating at times, and we know people aren't happy with it. Hell, we ourselves aren't happy with it either. We're gonna fix it, we're working on it, and it will be a lot more fun to maneuver with vehicles around tight spaces later down the track. I already have started development work on this with some very promising results, but it will need some time and resources to make sure that everything works fine and consistently, and frankly, I don't think you'll be able to recognize this game by the end of Q1 next year. And lastly, as a bit of a personal note, I would really like to thank every single one of the members who took part in our playtests, who supported us on Patreon or Kickstarter. It's been an amazing journey so far. I'm really optimistic looking into the future. I think there is a significantly larger adventure yet to come, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
Can I block the 122 from the KV? No, right?
Like angled, yes. Right? Like if they hit you like square in the lower plates, then not really.
Huh?
Okay, if they mess up the shot, yeah, you can 100%. Things like people are not used to panthers having armor, right? But the panther actually has really bloody good armor.
And the Yak Panther is so cool, man. I love it. Okay, I don't know where that went.
I just missed the shot. I mean, I didn't fully aim, but I think this is like the 5th shot I've ever like genuinely missed in the game.
Dude, it's so good. I love it. This is my favorite tank. By far, dude. Whoop. I just killed the tiger. I thought. Oh no, I didn't. I just damaged him. I just got a triple kill, dude. Are you planning on having ghost rounds in the game?
Yeah, sure. Let's add feature ghost rounds.
Hit someone, right?
We will remove that anyways, right?
So good, man. Yak Panther. So fun, dude. And it's so good. I think it's much better. Oh, that was a bad shot, dude. Don't at me. Oof.
We always meet again, huh?
Is that you?
Yes. It's always me, kajzoo.
Bro, you're getting lucky, man. I don't like this.
The thing is, you're not gonna block the 122 on a downslope, right?
Okay, yeah, true. I mean, you're getting lucky because I'm not hitting your cupola for the 3rd time. That's what I'm saying.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, we have a bit too many.
He's using CEO superpowers. Yeah. Can a shell ricochet off the ground?
Yes, you actually can, right? You can bounce a shell into the floor of another tank. The angle has to really work out, though.
Wait, does it work if I just shoot the ground in front of me?
Yes.
Ah, do you see? Look.
Depending on the angle, right?
Yo, that's cool. You can make trick shots. No, look at this. Look at this. Bro, imagine you can BM someone so hard, you literally shoot the ground and the shell ricochets into him and he dies. So this has 300 pen, this shell. Oh. Oh. Oh, there we go, eh. I used to really enjoy slower tank gameplay back in the day, where angling mattered so much more, as well as slow micro movements, and this clip perfectly portrays that. I am playing the mouse against IS-3s, so I have to be really careful about how I angle my turret front. Since the IS-3s have heat shells in this game, they can easily go through it if left unangled. The German heavy tech tree also looks pretty good, and I can't wait to grind it because I genuinely love this tank. You will also see in this clip that the IS-3 has a turret weak spot, so even if they are fully held down, you can actually go through their mantlet with the right amount of penetration. Don't tell me this is not gonna pen. Oh, what the? It doesn't. It doesn't actually pen, dude. Okay, hello. Whoop, 570. Ay, 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 ay. Ow. Dude, but we're getting flanked completely here, dude. Who is this? Who this?
Me?
Mate. You could be nicer to me, Bulldog, you know? There's so many other mouses to go around.
I don't know why you always end up there.
I don't know, man, how you always end up behind me, huh? Come here, Ice. Yes.
I will developer teleport hacks.
Hey, bounced. Fog. Okay. The back hoist turret? Yeah, boy. 3.3k damage. I think we need damage stats at the end of the game at least. For next playtest. So you can flex on your friends. Dude, I hate the...
Mouse can only pen mouse if you have a flat turret or the side, right? Turret side not really. Like,
and the lower plate,
is just
no?
insane.
If it's like...
Lower plate is not a weak point. Like actually, you do not pen that at all. Like never.
Wait, I can't move. I can't move now.
The constructional slope is so high. It's like 45. So like 200 at 45 is like rank 11 APFSDS or something, right? Or APDS.
Whoop. Not be so nice here. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Angle, angle, angle. Yo, I'm surviving against like 3 tanks, dude. I need to kill this guy now. Whoop. Nice, finally. Okay, got this guy.
Yeah, we're losing this. But we're actually losing this just because our mouse players are like, because they're actually bad, right? They're just playing really bad, and that's what we're losing. And
Blah, 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 blah. You're losing because I'm winning the game.
It's okay, right? Like, we're losing because we deserve to, right?
I'm just
losing because we...
I'm clapping your whole team, that's why you're losing, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, you're playing well, right? Like, but that's good, right?
What? 6k damage? I'm gonna drive out full sideways, whatever.
Yeah, you can sort of angle like that,
Okay.
right? And the turret side, forget it. You're never gonna pen the turret
You're
side.
only gonna pen the mouse in the turret front, and when it's facing
turret front or hull side, right? The hull
Like
side
here.
is much thinner,
it's
but like not at that angle, right?
okay.
Like it may actually be better if you just drive up to him and try to get him front and straight, because like at that angle it's like almost impossible.
Really,
right?
but what's the armor there like at this angle?
Yeah, 180. Like, look at the pen, right? Like, you're looking at like 180 at 45.
Right.
That's insane. You need like 400 pen to go through that, right?
I mean, that was good fun though. Like, I was doing a 1v3. Alright, before we wrap up, a quick heads up about the Steel Aces Kickstarter. The team's going the independent route. No big publishers, no corporate nonsense, just a small crew making a tank game that they actually want to play. I personally believe in his project, and since I know Bulldog, having met him on multiple occasions in real life, I fully trust his judgment and words that he will make Steel Aces a successful game that we'll all enjoy playing. The funds go straight into tightening up gameplay, improving visuals, and adding more high quality vehicles and maps. Stuff that takes real time and resources to do right. And the cool part, the vehicles on Kickstarter won't show up again for a long time after launch. And almost every bundle's got 30 to 40% discount compared to what it will cost later. So if you're into supporting the Steel Aces devs and want a good deal, now's the time. Click the link in the description and help develop the game. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.